So, in today's vlog, I will be destroying some tools. I will be changing some brakes, and I will not be having fun. Well, you'll see. So, I went down to Napa, got me 2 new rotors and new brake pads. I don't think I need to change the calipers because they feel pretty good. Also got new drums for the back. Turnum juice. And considering how much the redneckery's gone on in this truck, so to get myself some new lug nuts, and just in case stuff breaks, went and got myself some new studs. Yeah, I got enough to pretty much replace almost every single one on the car, just in case, you know, I break stuff. Okay, so we're inspecting the condition of the brakes in the front here. And this rotor, I mean, yeah, it sure looks rusty here and down here. But the part that matters is this right here. And that's not the least bit of an issue here. There's no kind of scoring or anything. I mean, there's obvious lines, but, and when I run my finger right here, other than a definite change in texture, there's no lip. And as you can see, I mean, slots are, it's not any pitting or anything. It's just, you know, a lot of surface rust. And that's what's going to happen when you got a truck that sat for a while. But let's get a look-see here at the pads. And let's see, I don't know if you can see that. Alright. Okay, now I got the light on. There you can see it. Yeah, that's CB because I'm at work. But yeah, as you can see, there's plenty of pad. Can't really see that side too. Maybe. Well, let's see. That looks like it's got plenty of meat too. I'm not thinking it's the front brakes that are the issue. Alright. Yep. It's pretty bad when you can look at a rotor and visibly see that it is out of round. Definitely explains the pulsation that I've been feeling in the brakes. In case you're wondering, it has to do with a jack stand underneath there. Alright, I'm not just holding it up with the jack. And to the arduous task of getting this rotor off. I said arduous. Well, maybe not. Nope. That wasn't too arduous. Alright, well, let's inspect this thing. I mean, just tell by looking at it that it is indeed out around. So it's a little, kind of a little flatter right here, and a little bit less flat right here. And surface-wise isn't bad. Doesn't have much of a rim, but yeah. looking at these shoes, and you know, bit of a meat difference, but I don't think they're spent. Not yet. I think, at least the time being, I think these can wait until I've got access to that lift next week. And next week, when I have access to that lift, I'm going to be replacing the shoes. I'm going to replace the wheel cylinders. Everything else in there looks pretty okay. Just covered in a lot of brake dust. But, yeah. So far, I haven't broken a lug. They seem to be in pretty good condition. I just torqued a little bit higher than I normally would. Probably haven't torqued to 100 pounds. I usually only go to about 90. Yep. Look at that. Nice, shiny new brake drum. Oh, good Lord, these things are heavy. Oh. Well, let's see. Mine lined up with those. Yeah. Sorry. I need two hands. Okay. Now we get the caliper on. First I couldn't get it on because the brake pads or shoes were out so far. So I had to get underneath here and adjust that doohickey in the bottom of the brakes there that adjusts how far out the bottom is. Alrighty, now to get the wheel back on. Okay, got all the lug nuts re-snugged up. They're not torqued yet, but they're snugged. I'll set the parking brake so I can torque them. So, here's our rear ABS sensor. And as far as I can tell, he's dead as a post. Because I don't get no signal up the car, so, and that's always saying ABS sensor out. So we're going to try replacing it, hoping that the wiring is still healthy. Alright, pardon the weird angles, but so to get this thing off, I'm going to take a flat blade, push it underneath here and underneath here to get them to let go of the little tab thingies right here on the sides of the sensor. Alright, now to remove it. Well, I think I'm going to have to wait till the day that I have access to the lift. Because, unfortunately, well, for one, I need to go back to Harbor Freight and return this toolkit, because I was hardly putting 10, yeah, I'd say about 10 inch-pounds of force on that bolt. And my socket rounded over. Where is that doggone thing? Look at that. Can you believe that? Cheap Chinese junk. Alrighty. Okay, well, today was a little bit of a disappointment. I got the rear drums changed out, unfortunately, with my socket rounding over. I really can't make any more attempts at the rear ABS sensor, but I can, I guess over the next couple of days, I'll just hit it with some shots of, Go Juice, and hopefully by the time I got it up on the lift that it's good and loosened up, and I can easily just pop it loose. But on the day that, I've got the lift, I'm going to be doing more than just, finishing up the brake job. I've also got a new Y pipe that I'm going to put in. Actually, I bought new exhaust manifolds because it may be that when I get underneath there, I find out that pretty much the mating surfaces between the old Y pipe and the old headers is pretty much gone, because it does kind of sound like there's a little bit of an exhaust leak underneath there, and I don't know if that's just that socket that was welded in over top of the O2 sensor bung, but yeah, gonna replace pretty much the entire Y pipe. And I got the headers because, or not headers, but manifolds, because the system doesn't have donuts. Basically, those pewter rings, I think they're pewter, but so basically the rings that go in between the exhaust manifold and the Y pipe, well, Ford thought it must be a good idea to just cast them right into the exhaust manifold. And so if they're all rusty, pitted, and everything, they're not sealing well, and that explains that poofing noise I'm hearing. And if that's the case, well, then I'm going to replace the manifolds as well. And kind of thinking ahead, I bought a complete set of manifold studs to replace, basically replace anything that breaks. And manifold studs are notorious for snapping. I've got replacement manifolds, replacement Y pipe, replacement catalytic converter. So we're going to be doing exhaust stuff. Hopefully that makes it sound a little better too, Alrighty, so that's pretty much it for today. So, as Tavares likes to say, wrench every day. I don't know if I wrench every day, but at least I wrenched today. And I'll be wrenching again a little later. And so yeah, y'all have a good day. Keep it between the ditches. And see you maybe in, I guess, another 2 weeks or so. Alrighty.